welcome you to this broadcast of Varsity Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium where the Parkway Panthers will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco are sponsors, bringing you MAC Volleyball between Parkway and Minster, along with Brandon Coverman. I'm Dave Knapp. It's our pleasure to bring you tonight's game. Good matchup. Parkway, we first start with them, the visiting team. Brandon having a great season. They have some really good middles that really are their strength of the team. Yeah, they're 7-0 on the season. They've won 15 straight sets, 8 seniors, very senior-dominated team. Gabriel Stober, she's a setter and 5'11 middle hitter, averages 4.6 kills a game. Her counterpart in the middle, Macy Johnson, 5'11 middle, she averages 4. So those two, also you add in Allison Hughes, big 6'1 right side blocker, and they're the three dominant players, as you will, for Parkway. Is 7-0, coached by Jordan Henkel in his 7th year, and it's probably the best Parkway team they've had in a long time. Their opponents tonight, the Minster Wildcats, 5-3 on the season. They're 0-1 in the MAC, coming off a 10-15 season. Wildcats were second place in the Lehman Invite this last weekend, beat Trotwood Madison and Norwalk St. Paul. They lost to Frankfurt Adena. So coming off a pretty good weekend. That followed a MAC loss to Merriam, where they played very competitive. Losses through last two games, 30-28, 27-25. Check. Yeah, and Brandon, the Wildcats, kind of the strength of their team is their 3 junior hitters, led by Lily Barhorst.
Yeah, you talk about Minster and you talk about Lily Barhorst is who they surround their offense with. But you got really good supporting players there, Megan Fortman, Addie Inskeep, some players, Kayla Lamb, that have really done nice in contribution this year. This is a Minster team that, has won some big games. They beat Graham early on that game we had, and I saw them challenge a really good Fort Laramie team to 5 sets. So you talk about, a team that's hungry, a team that is young, and kind of a more veteran MAC this year. They've played really well and are kind of a dark horse, so to speak, and can win some big games, and it would be a big win here tonight if they can beat the Panthers.
MAC Volleyball, Parkway 1-0 in the MAC, 7-0 overall against Minster, 0-1 in the MAC, 5-3. We'll pause here for the national anthem. Back with the starting lineups here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back here to Minster Gymnasium, getting ready for volleyball, MACA style, Parkway in Minster. We'll be announcing the starting lineups, sponsored by Emerson Climate Technologies. So first start with the visiting team, the Parkway Panthers, coached by Jordan Henkel as they do the non-starters first. Jordan is the son of Todd Henkel, which is a legendary name in Parkway sports. 17-year head coach at Parkway, 2 state championships in 97 and 98, 3 MAC championships. That was Todd Henkel, and his son Jordan Henkel has carried the torch on and has a great team, undefeated right now. Now the starting lineups are brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies. Number 1, Gabriela Stober. Emery Pritchard. Allison Hughes. 14, Macy Johnson. 20, Brittany Bruns. Emery Temple. Meg Hinkle, number 2, is the libero. Head coach, as I mentioned, Jordan Henkel. Some of the assistants, Brandy Bruns, Amanda Triplett, Willis Horseman, and Chris Kirby. Now the Minster Wildcats, as they do the non-starters, as they wave to the crowd. The starters will step ahead under head coach Cammie Garman in her 12th year at the helm of the Minster program. Now the starters, Brooke Osterloh, number 5, Lily Barhorse, 6, Kayla Lamb. Megan Fortman, Addie Inskeep, number 11, Hannah Oldegas. And the libero is number 4, Macy Pranger. The assistants for Cammie Garman are Danielle Barhorse, Valerie Gardner, and Chelsea McGee. Because both teams meet at the net to shake hands and wish each other good luck. Gives us a chance after we just did our Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineup. So do our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Brandon, let's start with Parkway.
Dave, they want good first contact. They want good serve receive. They want to win the hustle plays. They want to win the 50-50 balls. And they want to just be relaxed out there, have fun. And that's always a good key to have, especially in volleyball with how it's so momentum built.
Those are your keys to the game for Parkway. Now the keys to the game for Minster.
They want to limit Stober and Johnson. Those guys average both over 4 kills a set, which is a lot. And they want to control the offensive tempo, and they want to win the serve pass game, get a good first pass so they can really involve their middles in Stober and Johnson.
Once again, those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Looking forward to a good game. You mentioned about both Stober and Pritchard at 4 kills a game. I always figure the standards. You're at 3. That's really good. When you're at 4, you're elite.
Yeah, exactly. The other night we were doing a New Bremen's game. Olivia Heitkamp averaging 5 a set, and that's a lot. You got 2 girls averaging 4. That's pretty nice as well to have.
One of those girls, Macy Johnson, will start us off. Will serve, dug by Barhorse. They'll set Oldegas with the dink. Nice cover by Parkway. Stober hits it over. Back to Oldegas. As Parkway scrambles it. It's Taylor with the hit. Osterloh to Lamb. She dinks it wide. Point Panthers.
That's a good good first rally right there, won by the Panthers.
In the front row, you have Stober. You also have number 32, Emery Taylor, is a freshman in the front row. We'll get the others as we go along. There's a back set to Fortman. Never made it across.
And just kind of a tough set and a long way for Fortman to go get that ball.
Minster's had some trouble getting off the slow starts last week against Marion. They got way behind. Other than that, they played Marion very tough. Went to overtime the other 2 sets, but right now they're down 2-0. See if the Wildcats can answer, but there's an ace by Macy Johnson.
And Johnson there, the senior 5'11". You got to worry about her in the middle there, but she gets the first ace of the game.
They run a 6-2 offense. Setters will be Stober and also will be Brittany Bruns, number 30. So they had one of their main setters go down in the first game. We'll talk about that a little bit more. And there's Oldegas, finds a spot with a kill, and Oldegas.
And you got Oldegas here, another one of those juniors, very junior and sophomore heavy team here for Minster.
Wildcats will be Elena Brenger will serve. Minster as well will do a 6-2 offense. Prenger and Osterloh, the 2 setters in this 6-2 offense. As the junior, Elena Prenger, first serve for Minster. Nice serve drop. The libero there, Meg Hinkle, bumped it all the way across. A point for Minster.
Good service zone there, too, by Elena Prenger, and tried on the design to get the overpass, and it worked.
Coach Garman, in some of the comments she passed on, just talked about, felt like they served good all year, but just had some bad spots where they've gotten to bad serves. That might have been one of them right there, as it serves long.
Yeah, it's just kind of like pitching in baseball. It's all about location, trying to hit your spots, too.
Brittany Bruns, one of the setters on this, now serving, just a freshman on this team. Holdigas not able to make it across. Point Panthers. Bruns has stepped up to be one of the setters. They lost Paige Stevenson, just a junior, set last year as a sophomore. Very good basketball player. Unfortunately, tore her ACL in the first match, so unfortunately she's out for the year. And they will have a violation. Minster into the net, or bad hit at the net. Point for the Panthers.
Yeah, I don't know. Either that crossed the center line. I couldn't quite see.
Bruns again with the serve. Pranger. Nice save by Barhorse, and they're able to get it across. Set in the middle to Stober. That went off the blocker in the middle, so a kill for Gabrielle Stober.
And her first kill of the match now. I'm going to call her name a lot tonight.
Stober, first team All-MAC last year in volleyball. She was also that in basketball. She went over the 1,000-point mark late in the season. As Parkway with a 5-point lead. Into the middle, it's Lamb. Good recovery by the Panthers. Johnson from the back row, and it falls on Minster's side.
Wow, and it kind of pinballed, and Johnson just rose up there from the back. Nice swing by Macy. 8-2 Panthers.
Brittany Bruns serving ahead. Quick set to Lamb. A nice set by Pranger. And Lamb puts it away.
Needed that point there. You would think if you didn't get that one, a timeout might have been called. So a little momentum hopefully building here for the Wildcats.
Senior Lindy Hemmelgarn steps in. One of just two seniors on this team. That's a junior-dominant team. Served by Hemmelgarn. Bruns will set Stober. She dinks it this time, and it falls. Stober with another kill. Coming in the lineup is number 10, Allison Hughes, 6'1", senior. She's a heck of a wall there on the right side of the defense. Serving there is number 12, Maddie Jacobs. Lamb from the right side. Will set Hughes. She dinks it. Quick one to Barhorse. Nice dig there by Jacobs. Now back on the Parkway side. Back set. That goes long. Point for Parkway.
I say we've had some good net defense by both teams here early on, kind of going back and forth, both sides. It's been interesting.
8 seniors on this team, and a lot of these seniors with a lot of experience, but a mixture of some underclassmen as well. There's Barhorse, most powerful hitter for the Wildcats. She puts it down the blockers.
And you know she's going to get her opportunities here. So nice job, Oisa Twa, that left front.
Kayla Lamb will serve. That brings Addie Inskeep into the front row for the Wildcats. Dug by Henkel. Set Bruns. Stober mixes it up with another dink.
And now 3 kills for Gabrielle, nearing her 4.5 a set mark.
Stober will now go back to serve and to set. Very athletic player. That serve too long. Side out to the Wildcats. They trail by 6, 11-5 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Brooklyn Osterloh into serve. Very good server for the Wildcats. A lot of aces. Altogether, 28. That's third in the MAC. Just a sophomore. There's Johnson who moved into the front row, and she shows off her power.
Boy, the way she hit that that ball a couple points ago from the back, and now she hits it really nice there. She's a versatile player for sure.
Emma Pritchard serving for the Panthers up with a 7-point lead. Megan Fortman will dink it. And they'll call a lift on Parkway. Side out to the Wildcats.
I think when the Wildcats get Megan Fortman involved, she maybe doesn't get as many touches as like a Lily Barhorse, but she's usually really efficient and a very smart player as well.
She's into the front row now as Barhorst back to serve. Barhorst, the only player that plays all the way around in this Minster rotation. Leads them in digs as well as kills. Henkel with the dig. Dink by Johnson. Close to the net. Inskeep finds a spot.
Nice job seeing kind of that Parkway sending 2 blockers, and she finds a hole in the back corner.
She had a nice match against Marion last week. They lost big in the first one. The next 2 sets were 30-28, 27-25. Minster could have won both of them. And that serve goes wide. They had a lot of service errors in that game against Marion. Actually out-hit them in the game. Had more kills. But Marion, a lot of seniors like Parkway. I think also, no, they just lost one. They lost to OG the other day. First loss of the season. Fortman powers it through the double blockers.
And like I said, you get Fortman going, and she's playing good. I think this Minster team plays well with her as well.
Inskeep will rotate back. That'll bring junior Kayla Lamb to the front row as middle blocker. Join Oldigus and Fortman. Down by 5. Dig by Henkel. Stober will set it to the right side. It sails wide. Brittany Bruns the hitter there.
And at one time the score is 10-3, and now a little 6-3 run going for the Cats now.
Inskeep, just a sophomore on the team. Her and Oshalo, the only sophomores that are in the rotation. Bruns with a dink. Minster able to cover it, but a chance for the Parkway. Good hit there by Parkway, covered by the Wildcats. Dink by Johnson finds the floor.
And there you go. Minster sends 2 blockers, and Johnson smartly, wisely dinks it over and finds a gap in the Minster defense.
Johnson in the front row, joined by 2 freshmen, 30 Britton Bruns and Emery Taylor. So mix of classes, predominantly seniors. Serve too hot to handle. Another point for the Parkway Panthers. Macy Johnson, her and Stober, both 5'11". Good height and a lot of strength, especially with Macy Johnson. Oldigus have to hit it again. Good recovery. That one will sail wide, side out to the Cats.
There you go. Minster just got to keep chipping away after kind of a slow start being down 10-3. They keep battling and creeping closer to catch up with the Parkway.
Number 12, Lydia Mesher into the front row. She'll hit from the right side. And back in to serve is a junior setter, Elena Pringer. Dig by Henkel. That'll be a little too sticky as it catches. Wildcats within 4. They haven't been able to break through that imaginary ceiling. Let's see if they can here. Bringer looks over to Coach Garman for the sign. Put there by Taylor. Minster scrambling, not able to get it over. It's so critical in volleyball, Brandon. When you get that hard spike, if you can bump it, that you stay insistent and you get a spike back. If you can't, then it just makes it that easy for the other team.
And a nice dig from the back row like that.
Oldigus from the right side. In the middle, it's Stober, another dink. Pushing it deep. And they will call, looks like it's a, I guess they call a double hit or a push there.
I think he called a double or a lift. I don't know if Coach Garman is too happy about that.
Macy Pranger with the dig. Meshers is blocked there. Stober along with Taylor. And a timeout on the floor brought to you by Precision Strip by Coach Cammie Garman. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on two basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Following this precision strip timeout by Coach Garman, she finds her squad down by 7. It's a very good Parkway team.
Yeah, and a little bit of a run. Minster's kind of creeping back in, and Parkway goes on a little run themselves. And just, we were talking about during the break, scrappy Parkway defense has been really the biggest difference here. They're picking up those Minster hits really well and doing a nice job.
Britton Bruns, 5'7" freshman, will serve and set as she plays all the way around on this Parkway team. Pranger will set Lamb. Lamb powers it through the blockers.
Boy, that ball had some velocity on it. Nice job by Kayla Lamb. Her first kill of the match. Minster has 5 different girls with kills here so far, spreading out the well.
Lindy Hemmelgarn in to serve. Henkel with another bump. There's Stober using the power. Back on the Parkway side. They'll set it to Pritchard. That would go long. Point for the Wildcats.
And again, nice scrappy Minster defense off a powerful Stober kill attempt there.
Hemmelgarn played libero last year. Hard serve to Stober. Taylor will hit it, but I think the Parkway Panther was over the middle line. Minster once again within 4. Let's see if they can break any closer. They have their big hitter, Lily Barhorse, in the front row, along with Mesher and Lamb. Probably their best front line here. Another dink by Stober. We'll set Stober down.
I pounded that one on the ground there. She went soft on that third hit there, and she really got on top of it there. Nice job. She jumped so well.
Yes. Saw that on the basketball floor. Man, she is a player all the way around. I have a feeling she'll be playing at the next level somewhere. As a serve there by Maddie Jacobs. Back set to Lamb off the blockers. Battle at the net. Pranger will have to hit it flat-footed from the back row. They'll set Stober, blocked by Barhorse for the point.
Oh, nice job there by Lily Barhorse to get her hands up there and get them active. And she's kind of been quiet relatively for her kills. She's only at 1, but a nice job there by Lily.
Addie Inskeep rotates in as Kayla Lamb serves. 2 middle blockers there. Minster down by 4, first set. Stober, nice dig by Lamb, but not able to get the second one. Stober with another kill.
And that's 5 now over her set average,
which is already an impressive 4.6 on the season. Short by Stober. There's Pranger. To Pranger. Inskeep. Through the trees and a point.
Took a little off that. Don't know if it was by design or how she approached the ball there, but her second kill nonetheless.
Megan Fortman will rotate into the front row with Barhorst and Inskeep. Brooklyn Osterloh in for the Wildcats to serve and set. There's Macy Johnson there on the block. Inskeep along with Fortman.
Boy, we talked about Parkway supplying the defense. Minster sending the blockers to the net now.
Within 3. They were in 4 several times, but they're not able to extend it anymore. To lead back to 4. Side out to Emma Pritchard. a player who played JV tonight as well. There's Lily, hammers it. Lily Barhorse, that is, from the right side for the point.
You don't see her hit out of that right side nearly as often. You know, if she's in that left front, she's usually going to be getting the ball, but you don't see her hit there very often. It's usually Fortman's spot in that rotation, but nice job there to get it to Barhorst.
Correction, number 6 for Parkway's Emery Niddle, not Pritchard, as I mentioned. In the middle is Johnson. Not able to get a lot on that. Fortman with the hit. There's a hit down the line there by Bruns for the Panthers.
Well, just a cute little shot down the line there. Brittany Bruns' first kill.
22-18 is Parkway coming down the home stretch, trying to finish off this first set. Nick Henkel served bump by Barhorst. On the right side, there it's Megan Fortman.
Doesn't swing the hardest, but always swings it square and lets it fly.
Addie Inskeep back to serve. Minster running out of time and within 3. They were down as by much as 7 early in this set. Taylor bumps it over. Chance for the Wildcats. Osterloh over to Lamb. Hit by Johnson for the point.
Johnson now at 4 kills, right nipping on Stober's heels at her set average.
Macy Johnson back to serve, 2 points away from victory here. 23-19 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Johnson serve, that means Stober's in the front row as Minster has to free ball it across. They set Stober in the middle. She will dink it for the point.
And that's what we said, Dave, with that jump advantage she has. She saw the double block and had enough time to hang in the air there and tip it over.
Set point coming up here for the Panthers, 24-19. Senior Macy Johnson served dug by Oldegas. Osterloh goes right side. Nice hit by Megan Fortman. Wildcats stay alive.
Yeah, she just does a nice job from either side. It's right or left side. She's going to swing that ball. She's going to swing it square every time.
Lena Pranger in to serve, trying to keep the Wildcats alive as another set point for the Panthers here in set 1. The set Taylor never made it over. Minster dodges their second match or set point. Pranger trying to serve, and you're down 24-21. Macy Johnson has to bump it over. Chance for the Wildcats. Pranger, quick set. They'll call a lift there on Minster, and that will end the first set. Goes in favor of the Parkway Panthers, 25-21 on our First National Bank scoreboard. The teams will go back to the bench, and we'll be back with set 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
First set goes in favor of the Parkway Panthers. They win 25-21 in the first set on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, and you take a look at it, Gabrielle Stober leads with 6 kills. You have 4 from Macy Johnson, 1 from Brittany Bruns. So we talked about it being the Johnson and Stober show, and really it lived up to the billing there, having all but 1 kill and 2 aces from Macy Johnson as well. And really, Parkway, just a nice job. Minster fought back from an early 10-3 deficit. They were led by Megan Fortman with 4 kills that first set. They had 2 from Addie Inskeep and 2 from Lily Barhorst, and 1 apiece for Kayla Lamb and Hannah Oldegas.
Minster will serve to start off the second set as Elena Prenger first up for the Wildcats. Run sets Stober. And she picks up where she left off.
Boy. Yeah, just rises above that ball, and with that jumping, she can get on top of it and just pound it in the ground.
Britton Bruns back to serve and to set. Big by Barhorst. There's Oldegas from the right side. Bruns. There's Mesher will dig it. Barhorst from the back row. That sails too long. 2-0, and Parkway takes the early advantage like they did in the first set. Runs Prenger to Lamb. And I've seen several games of Minster. It seems like Lamb and Inskeep have really improved their hitting as the season has gone on.
And she had to go a little above her head to go get that ball and still struck it pretty well.
The Lehman invite last weekend, she led the teams with, in the Italy 3 game matches, she led the team in kills. Barhorst was second. And there's Stober again.
And she went on 2 there. That was just, pick up the serve, receive, and Stober just found a spot.
Parkway won their first set of the season, first match against Adams Central, a pretty good team in 5. They have not lost since. They've won 15 straight sets against various competition, including Fort Recovery in the MAC last year as a dink by Barhorst. That'll be a rare hitting error there by Parkway.
Yeah, now you conclude at 16 with tonight. Minster hoping to change that here. Parkway and Minster have only played 1 MAC game each, so we know it's always going to be a tough MAC. Both teams have aspirations to finish pretty well.
Parkway hasn't finished in the top half of the MAC since 2011. And that one sails wide, but I think it's a pretty good chance they're going to be in the top half or higher.
Yeah. It's the MAC. It's nothing that it's been any different the past few years. You got your New Bremens, your St. Henry's, and Marion Local, but you could put Parkway right up there at the top of that.
As well as Versailles in the overpass, Inskeep takes advantage, and the Wildcats take the lead. First lead of the night for the Cats.
And I was going to say, Minster there, right there too. A solid program sitting at 5-3, playing in a very good conference. Another good challenge for Parkway as they're 7-0.
Lamb with the serve, battle at the net, and they will have a double hit on the Panthers. Slight momentum starting towards Minster. They were way down and got within 3.
Yeah.
Just when you get down against a good team, it's just hard to get back. Hard serve there by Lamb. Hit by Hughes. And another point for Minster.
And this is a rotation here, maybe, where Minster, you can just keep taking advantage here. Stober not in the front row, Johnson in the back. Maybe Parkway tries to get a design to get the ball behind the 10-foot line.
That one goes into the net. Lamb will leave in favor of the libero, Macy Prenger. And Stober. Minster's not sad to see her in the back row, but they'll see her a lot setting and doing a lot of things on the volleyball court. And then hot serve falls. Stober with the ace.
It's only the 3rd ace for Parkway. They don't seem like a New Bremen where they're going to be overly aggressive on the serving.
Yeah, they play very good defense. There's Mesher from the right side. They dink a lot. I'm surprised how often they dink, which is an effective weapon. Sometimes you can do it too much, and I'm not saying they do. It's worked for them tonight.
There's teams like Rushi that utilize it a lot, for example. It can be effective.
Yeah, you got to be able to hit, but change of pace definitely will work. Free ball for Minster. Johnson will dink, and there's the effective dink.
Yeah. Right on cue, Dave.
You know, I think the difference is you talked earlier about Stober can hang in the air. Johnson's so long there that you can really see it, and they can kind of decide at the last minute what they're doing.
Yeah, that height advantage.
Lead change to Parkway. Barhorse will try to hit it over. Now Parkway, we're down, has responded with a run of their own.
5-0 here.
8-6 as Stober looks over to Coach Henkel, and that one goes into the net.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Cats there.
Coach Henkel, 3 years assistant under Jeff Marbaugh, who was a pretty good coach, who was an assistant under his dad, Todd Henkel, who won a couple state titles for Parkway back in the late 90s. And now his son making his own legacy, riding an undefeated team here. About a third of the way through the season as Johnson's hit. Too strong. Brooklyn Osterloh. Very good serve. This time she has a lot of good ball movement on her serve. That one just short. Henkel, Stober to Johnson. There's like a swat, kind of in between a spike and a dink. It's one of those real estate hits. Location, location, location.
Again, and it's like the point you made earlier. She's so long compared to Stober, who jumps out the gym. And it's pretty good balance there.
Stober and Johnson have been mainstays in his varsity. I think both of them 3 years players. And the second hit, Osterloh finds a spot.
And again, kind of a shame. If you wanted Minster there, if you needed a big run, it was going to be with Brooklyn Osterloh there on the back line serving. But she comes out and gets a big kill there to tie us back up at 9.
And Oldigus in the front row. That brings Lily Barhorse back to serve. We are tied at 9. Niddle hit by Bruns. All the way over is Oldigus through the blockers, and Hannah Oldigus with a kill from the left side.
That'll be her second of the match versus set 1.
We were talking between games. Minster's adjusted their lineup a little bit. Oldigus was playing right side. Corbin was playing left side in earlier matches. They two have switched, and I think it's a better strength for both of them.
Yeah.
Each one hits best from that side. There's a nice hit from the right side by the tall Allison Hughes.
And that's exactly what you need. You need someone else to come in, step up from other than Stober and Johnson. And Hughes there are going to be probably that third girl right there.
Meg Henkel in to serve. 10-10 back and forth set here after Parkway won the first one, and that will drop for an ace.
Ace coming from Henkel to libero, and the fourth ace for Parkway here so far in this match.
Both these coaches talked about in their keys, the serve and pass game or serve receive is always so critical in all these matches, especially the MAC matches. And there's a chance Parkway as Minster freeballed it again. Bruns just missed that one. She had the look and just hit it off the side of her hand, which will happen. Parkway has a lot of girls that play all the way around, too, I've noticed.
Yeah, kind of like New Knoxville did last year. I mean, we had 6.
State champion New Knoxville. All those girls playing college volleyball, and there's from the right side there, it's Johnson with the hit.
Johnson now 7 kills for the senior.
New Knoxville team Carson Henshin been starting for the Duquesne Dukes.
Yeah.
Seeing her name mentioned on the Twitter feeds.
Shout out to our own Jeff Henshin as well.
Fortman from the right side reaches back and fires.
And that's been her spot. That right side, now 5 kills to lead all Minster kill getters here so far today.
With a measure into the front row as Elena Pranger into serve in the set. We are tied at 12. Parkway won the first set 25-21. Minster won the JV game in 2. They also won the freshman game that was earlier. Stober's shot is blocked by Lamb. Also Mesher there. Johnson from the back row. Pranger to Lamb. We have a Parkway Panther in the net. Point for the Cats.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Get a little air there. That ball was hit wide, I believe. And Lamb, the beneficiary of the kill there.
Pranger serve across. Over in 2 by Bruns. And it works for the Panthers. They're tied at 13.
You talked about them dinking a lot. They haven't gone on 2 very much, so that's a nice time to mix that in when Parkway needs a point to tie it up.
Bruns will serve. Oldigus from the right side. Nice save by Bruns. Niddle, I think, might have hit the net, or they call it
a lift. Yeah.
Lift. Like
Lifter over the net. That was a good call.
Is the captain Stober is going over and asking what exactly there was. She kind of, I think it was once she hit it, she kind of reached back.
Yeah. She kind of palmed, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that was a good call.
I don't envy those referees at the net. There's a lot of quick action. There's a lot to see as Lamb will take care of the overpass. Minster up by 2.
There's not much of a better feeling when you're in the front row and you see that overpass and you're like, here it comes.
Lamb with Barhorst and Mesher. Dink. And there's Stober again when the Panthers needed it.
That net's shaking a little bit. I thought there was going to be a net call on someone, but nothing called.
Yeah, I think there's the top judge watches somebody watches one side of the net, the other referee watches the other side. But there's a lot to see, and Parkway scrambles to get it over. They'll set Barhorse. I don't know if that made it.
No, it didn't.
It did not hit the top of the net.
Yeah, it never crossed.
And if it hits the top of the net, it hits a Parkway player, it's good, but I don't know. We're way on the end zone side, so we cannot see for sure.
I don't think it crossed.
And now Barhorse will go over to explanation. You have to appoint one captain. The coaches can't ask the referees, and that's what happened there. And
yeah, I don't think it made it across, much to Cammie Garman's dislike, probably.
Maddie Jacobs with the serve. There's Barhorse off the blockers. Stober will have to set Hughes. That was a nice play by both of them. Stober realized she wasn't going to get set. She set Hughes, and Allison took care of it.
And getting involved now is Hughes with 2 kills, both coming in this set. Someone other than Johnson and Stober getting involved for Parkway.
3 in a row for Parkway as they retake the lead. Back set by Lamb. Nice set by Pranger. There's Niddle. Bump by Barhorse. They'll set back to Lilly. Nice dig by the Panthers. There go Johnson back row. Never made it.
A little momentum building for Parkway, and Minster gets a big air there. It's going to seem like this set is going to keep seesawing here.
Addie Inskeep into the front row as Kayla Lamb back to serve. Tied at 16-16 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Nobody takes the second hit. And timeout on the floor by Jordan Henkel is sponsored by Precision Strip. You're watching MAC Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. Coming out of this Precision Strip timeout by Coach Henkel. His Panthers down by 1 to Minster.
And I think it's the fact of calling the timeout of this. He knows this set is kind of seesawing and going to be back and forth until the very end. Just wanting to regain some momentum here. He hasn't taken a timeout yet, so might as well take one now.
So Kayla Lamb serving with a 1-point lead. Hinkle with the bump. They'll set Stober off the blockers, covered by Lamb. Back set. Does not make it across. There's Maddie McClurg from the right side. We're tied at 17. 17-17. Short one by Stober. There's Hemmelgarn, not able to get the second one. Big serve there by Stober. And they retake the lead 18-17.
Big, it's her second ace of the match.
Stober is short as Barhorst. So set Lilly does not make it. Parkway now with a 2-point lead. Coach Garman has a couple of timeouts left as well. Key point here, it seems like here.
Yeah.
Stober short, Hemmelgarn all the way over. It's Barhorst blocked back, and Johnson, nice save by Hemmelgarn. Barhorst in two. Stober, Johnson off the block for the point.
You said it at the top of this point. Big momentum there. That's one that is tough to recover from if you're Minster there. You about had it there. And what could have been a 1-point deficit is now at 3.
That was an unusual type points. That's your traditional bump set spike, and Parkway prevails. Hemmelgarn, overpass. Johnson hammers it, but I think they got it back over.
Hit.
Johnson hits it wide. Wow, I'm not sure who hit that. I think it was Pranger.
Wow.
I don't know if she hit it or it hit her.
I think Pranger just stuck out kind of on a whim and a prayer. And here's the rotation you need now for Minster. Osterloh in serving, Fortman in the front row.
Also, Inskeep and Barhorst is Osterloh, their best server, serves it across, down by 2. They'll go over to Johnson. That's goes off Pranger's face. And it falls. Macy Pranger deserves that one. It sure looked like it went off a cheek or her head, forehead. She'll take it.
Shoulder, something.
Again, another one that hit her. She didn't hit it. She's getting a line of trouble, I guess, or line of fire, I guess would be the term. Chance for the Tide here. Hughes, there's Pranger with a nice dig. They met a little bit of mix-up on who was going to take the third one. Goes to Parkway.
That's a good time for a attempted Megan Fortman hit there, though. I won't be shocked if they go back to her here again.
Middle serve. Macy Pranger with a nice dig. Back set. Barhorst hammers it and down. And Barhorst rotates in the back row.
She's kind of been quiet tonight for her, generally, in terms of kills. She only has 3 here tonight. But you've had other girls step up, and this Minster attack has been very balanced.
21-20. Parkway hanging on. Here in this second set. They'll set Johnson. She powers it off the block.
And she's tied now with Stober with 9 kills.
22-20. Meg Henkel, 5'4" junior. Looking at the sign from Coach Henkel. Short serve, Barhorst. Pranger a bump set. They'll only be able to bump that across. Stober will go in the middle. Johnson will dink it, but wide.
Cammie Garman read that. It was going out as soon as Johnson may have made touch with it. And it keeps seesawing back and forth here.
There's a critical point here. They're either down by 2 late or they can tie it as Addie Inskeep with the serve. Henkel with the bump. Johnson, again, has been a force in the front row.
Put her at double digits now for kills.
She rotates in the back row, and now you just have to contend with Miss Stober in the front row if you're Minster, but see what happens in this set, or I'm sorry, this serve by Macy Johnson. Oligas with the dig. They go back set, and Fortman brings it down.
That's who you needed to go to. That just her out that right side is so effective.
Right side hitters, they usually don't have the strong blocker, as strong a blocker on that side, and she had a nice swing there. It's critical point here as Elena Pranger into the game, still down by 1 late, 23-22. Parkway on top. Henkel Bruns will set Stober, and she dinks it. Parkway now at set point. Coach Garman will call a timeout. We'll step aside here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
During this Precision Strip timeout, I'd like to let you know that tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, CarriageWorks, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco are sponsors during great set of volleyball here, Brandon. Parkway at set point here, 24-22.
Yeah, and Stover there with a big kill before the timeout, and it's been a great match. Two very good teams battling here early on, here in the early part of the MAC conference slate.
Parkway trying to go to 2-0 in this set. We'll go to Lamb for the point. Kayla Lamb.
Boy, and a good call by the line judge there, no complaint. And Minster trying to force overtime now. Lamb with 5 kills.
Lindy Hemmelgarn will serve. Try to stop another set point by Parkway. Serve dug by Henkel. Runs will set Stover, blocked. It's like Barhorse got it. We're tied at 24.
Boy, and all those times where she's dinked it over, they send 3 blockers. You think the Minster has the middle covered, and we go into overtime now.
24-24. I don't think either team has led by more than 2 in this whole match. Definitely not late. They'll go to Niddle with the dink. Emery Niddle.
Boy, and someone other than Johnson or Stober. And this critical of a moment, it's so huge for Parkway to get a kill from.
Allison Hughes into the front row. Maddie Jacobs to serve. One of the 8 seniors on this team. Tied it. I think we're 20. This is set point here. It should be 25-24. And there is the ace, and that is the match point. That was the match. That was not the match. The set point as Parkway prevails. The scoreboard was 1 point behind. They win 26-24. Parkway now goes 2-0 on the match. We'll be back with the third set here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here. And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
A great second set of volleyball goes in favor of Parkways. They squeak by 26-24 to go up 2-0 here in this match.
Yeah, and just a back and forth match now. Minster, Megan Fortman at 6 kills right now to lead Minster, 5 from Kayla Lamb. Look on the other side for Parkway. Again, it's the Stober and Johnson show. They are tied at 10 apiece right now, and not a bad set from either team. It was a great played match. You hated to see either one lose. And like you said, Dave, I don't think the lead was more than 2 at any time for either Parkway or Minster. So just a great set of volleyball there. Now your back's against the wall of Minster. We know they've been on both sides of this where they've won being down 2-0 and they've lost being up 2-0. So they've been there before.
Yeah, I always feel like the early third is critical. Sometimes a team that's up 2-0, they kind of relax a little bit. But if they keep the foot on the pedal, they can keep the other team down. So we'll see what happens. It was a very even. Or the first game was pretty even, 25-21. The difference there, Parkway got out that lead and they kind of just used that as a buffer.
Yeah.
So along with Brandon Coberman, I'm Dave Kanapke, bringing you MAC Volleyball, which is always good volleyball, as you all know. Oldigus behind the 10-foot line, block back. Fortman puts it down, Megan Fortman with a kill.
I didn't know if it crossed or not. It might have made contact with a Parkway player there, but Fortman gets her team-high 7th kill of the match.
Maddie McClurg will go into the front row. She'll play right side with Lamb in the middle. Oldigus on the left side is Elena Pranger serving for the Wildcats. No relation to the libero Macy Pranger. Just a lot of Prangers in this area. Wraparound play. First time we've seen that by Parkway, and it sails long.
When you see that and you talk about that play, I always think of Mackenzie Holscher from Fort Laramie, who executed that play a ton when she played. And it's nice when it's effective, but it didn't work there.
Usually when you have good middles, you see it a lot. That's unusual. Parkway hasn't done it until now. Back and forth. There's Taylor with the hit. Oldigus can't hit it off the antenna. Minster, after taking a 2-0 lead for the first time in these 3 sets, gives the point to Minster as the freshman Britton Bruns plays all the way around for Coach Henkel. Hit on the first one over by Minster. There's Taylor, another freshman, dinks it. Nobody gets the second one. We're tied at 2.
3rd kill for Bruns on the night.
8 seniors on this team. There's also 2 freshmen, Bruns and Taylor, that play a lot. And there's an ace for Britton Bruns.
I think that's a little miscommunication there between Oldigus and Pranger there on who's going to have the ball.
3-2 Parkway. They have now won 17 straight sets. Lamb, there's somebody in the net for Parkway. It's Lindy Hemmelgarn checks in the lineup for Hannah Oldigus. 3-3. Minster 5-3. Their losses have been to Fort Laramie, Frankfurt, Edina, and then Lehman, Invite, and Marion. We've had 3 matches that have gone 5 sets, and Stober reaches back and hammers it home.
Boy, when you get on top of that, Pranger's in perfect position to bump that. That ball's just hard to catch up to.
It's like playing dodgeball sometime, and you want to be hit, I guess. Yeah. Reverse dodgeball, we'll call it. Maddie Jacobs had the ace to win the last set. Barhorse just inside the 10-foot line. Dug by McClurg. Back set, Lamb punches it ahead. Hughes from the right side, a little long. I think Parkway's looking for a touch. And the referees say no.
I don't think so. I think that ball would have spun a different way.
That's right. That's what they're looking for. If the ball spins a different way, somebody touched it. Lamb, serve, Inskeep now in the front row. Stober with the dink, covered by McClurg. Pranger will set Barhorse. Nice dig by Henkel. Stober. Pranger will go back to Barhorse. We'll call a 2-hit on the set there by Minster.
They've done that a couple times where they've gone to Barhorst and Parkway picks up and they go to Barhorst again. Don't know if she's really set in position to hit twice in a row sometimes. It's hard to do that.
Nice job there by a left-handed dink there by Inskeep off the blockers.
Inskeep playing well as a sophomore. Again, Tyson's game up here at 5, 4 kills for her.
You know, we talk about all the hitters for Parkway, and well, we should, but give a shout out to the back row. They've been picking up a lot of hard hits that Minster has hit. Bretton Bruntz and also libero Meg Henkel has bumped a whole bunch of them. Their arms will be sore tonight. From the right side, it's Niddle. Osterloh will go over on 2. Nice save there by Henkel. And there's Bruntz. Back to, they had a lift there. It wasn't a clean first hit that made the second hit become a violation.
Wow. And sometimes you get suckered into that because you got to go try to get the ball somehow.
It's not backyard volleyball. They call them close, and well, they should. Osterloh to Inskeep. Hughes is waiting that time.
And I don't think it ever made it across either, so.
2 tall seniors there, Macy Johnson and Allison Hughes. Parker with a 2-point lead. Emery Niddle, another senior, serves it hard for the point.
Said not really much of a serving powerhouse, but that's, well, actually, I say that, and they have 8 aces now. They don't serve hard, but they're getting the job done.
Another hard serve. Another point for the Panthers. 9-5. Emery Niddle serves another ace. That ball just dropped on Barhorse there.
Yeah, I say that. Haven't had many aces now. They serve 3 in a row.
Excited Parkway team goes to the bench on this precision strip timeout here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Coming out of this precision strip timeout by Minster. They're kind of teetering here, down 2-0 and now down 5 in the third set.
And talked about how they haven't had too many aces, and then they serve 3 aces in a row. And at 10-5, you see Minster align their defense a little different here coming out of the timeout.
They have 4 of them back behind the 10-foot arc. Some of the back row players are back there, and there will be another lift on the Wildcats.
They've called it tight here on Minster lately here, so you got to be a little more clean here as we got a substitution.
Well, the substitutions, they come in with the JV setter, Candace Bergman, who did a great job here. She's going to give fellow sophomore a break, Brooklyn Osterloh. Bergman will set Inskeep. Nice kill, much needed point for the Cats.
And a nice clean set there too, I think is what they were wanting as well.
And Osterloh will come back in. Sometimes you just need an adjustment. He did a little break. Osterloh back in, but Bergman came up with a nice set. Inskeep finished it off. Barhorse serves. There's Henkel again. Stover to Johnson. Timing a little off there. There's Bruntz. Battle won by Oligas over Hughes.
And I think Minster there cleanly picked up and read the dink. They were all suckered in to play it. So nice job by Minster at the net to read that.
Barhorse looks over from the sign from Coach Garman. Henkel again with the dig. This time it goes over. Osterloh will push it deep and find a spot.
There you go. Start to play Parkway's game a bit. Minster benefiting now. Big kill for Osterloh.
They're starting to read it a little bit. Parkway doesn't do a lot of times. You big the middles. You do that quick hit in the middle. They really haven't done that. They didn't do the wraparound a whole lot. They dink a lot. You know, every team has different strategies and strengths. Coach Henkel knows what works for his team. And there will be a lift on Parkway. Again, it's a case where the bump wasn't easy, and Henkel or Stober was trying to just set it somehow. Minster creeps within 2. They've scored a bunch in a row since the timeout. That's a short serve. Lisette Johnson. Good block by Addie Inskeep.
And that's Inskeep's second termination block for a point.
Minster within 1. It was a 5-point lead, maybe 6-point lead for Parkway.
10-5.
Barhorst. It's a free ball, a chance for Minster. It's a little too close. Nice save by Macy Pranger. Oldigus. There's Henkel again. Back set Hughes. She likes to go down the line. Pranger and Barhorst get it back, as well as Inskeep. In the middle, Johnson with a dink. There's Pranger again. Back set Fortman. Block back. They can't finish it. And Johnson got the block there. It was a good volley by both teams.
They got a last gasp of air there, too, because I don't know if that one made it across either. Pretty tough to see.
Officials are right on the line. We're in the end zone. We are able to see a lot of action here, especially on the serves. There's a set to Fortman. Another double hit called. Calling them tight. They've been consistent on the calls.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah. And now the lead back to 3 for Parkway. Henkel continues to serve. She'll go over in 2. Osterloh will set Inskeep, and it falls. Addie Inskeep with the kill.
And that's 6 for her now. Really coming on here lately with a couple of them these last few sets. And now Minster creeps back within 2.
Inskeep back to serve. That brings her fellow middle hitter, Kayla Lamb, number 6, into the contest in the front row. Inskeep serve. Hit by Taylor. Or no, that was Bruns. Fortman from the right side. Too long. (14-11). Macy Johnson, 5'11" senior middle blocker. Very effective server as well. Big by Oldigus, out of bounds. Lead at 4. You know, if you're Minster, you do all that work, you get within 1, and all of a sudden you look up, it's 4. 4 seems like a big lead tonight in this match. Hard serve. There's Oldigus with a nice dig. Dumped over there by Osterloh.
Boy, nice job, nice read. There was a huge hole in there, and she put it right there.
You got to sense that. You can't overdo that play, but she was able to hit it a couple times as the other setter later. Pranger will come in. Down 3 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Can't handle the serve. Point for Parkway. Or point for Minster. Now within 2.
And there you go. You were just saying a second ago, you blink and you're down 4. Now you blink and you're back down 2.
There's an ace, and that one dropped. Pranger with a nice serve.
3 aces for her now on the night.
Within 1, 15-14. There's Henkel, overpass, Oldigus goes back and forth. Nobody picks up number 2. Side out to the Panthers. Britton Bruns to serve and to set. Olegus with the dig. They'll go to Barhorse from the back row. Niddle bumps it across. Olegus, I think that was blocked by Stober.
Yeah.
Our keys to the game tonight brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Starting lineups by Emerson Climate Technologies. Brandon and I will pick our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. Our First National Bank scoreboard, Parkway, up by 3. Johnson from the back row directs it right into the corner.
And Johnson been quiet for a while. Minster been able to contain her and Stober as of late, but now Johnson gets her 11th kill.
So additional sponsors, Burke Petroleum, Chiltex, Seish Rudiment Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park, National Bank, Securicom, and St. Henry Bank. McClurg from the left side, deep, nice hit, way into the rafters. Niddle not able to get the third one. McClurg with some nice placement there on the hit.
And put Parkway a little out of system. Hinkle didn't pick up the cleanest and gets Minster a point.
Lindy Hemmelgarn in to serve. Minster starting to run out of time. Need a run here. Easier said than done. And there's a block. Lamb and Barhorse. I think Lamb got more of that.
Yeah.
To be effective there, you need both of them up.
And what Minster's starting to do is they're sending 3 blockers now. Every time Stober gets near the ball, they know she's going to touch it a lot. They're sending 3 blockers, and I like that idea. Do that, crash the middle.
Back set. Taylor wants a touch, but she will not get it. And Minster now within 1. Even in the last set, they weren't able to break through and have the lead very often, especially late. Trying to do that now. Stober with the dink, covered by Pranger. It stays in bounds. They'll dink, set it to Stober. Pranger will set Lamb. They'll call a double hit there. Ooh, tough call.
I don't agree with that one.
Wow, that was Lamb had a kill there. And they've had a lot of double hit calls on the Minster setters. And that's a big call. It would have been tied. Now Parkway's up by 2. Barhorst close to the net. Stober off the blockers. McClurg, now Pranger, able to save it. Hughes, that goes sideways. Minster keeps fighting.
Yeah, nice defense there on the pickup there. And I still like what I said they were doing with Stober earlier. Sending 3 blockers, having someone cover the middle. But what Stober's got to do and adjust is try to hope that back corner is open and tuck it in there.
Kayla Lamb goes serve to Stober. Stober takes a little bit off of it and really just kind of directs it through the blockers.
And she had to change something there because the way Minster's been altering her shots have been really good, and she makes the adjustment there, takes a little off it.
Stober to the back row. That means Macy Johnson now in the front row. Hemmelgarn to Pranger. Inskeep. Henkel step up, bump set, and there's Hughes. She hasn't had a lot of them, but they seem like they've been key when she's getting them.
Yeah, it's her third one, and like you said earlier, Dave, all her shots have been shots down the line.
And now a 3-point lead, 21-18 on our First National Bank scoreboard in favor of the Panthers, trying to win their 18th straight set. Pranger goes over in 2. Johnson gets a hand on it. She'll dink it. And she just hits it a little bit farther. They've had several of their hits that I call them smart. It's just enough. Coach Garman will call a timeout. This one's sponsored by Precision Strip. You're watching MAC Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. We are in the third set. Parkway's won this 2 close sets, 25-21 and 26-24. Minster fighting, running out of time, down by 4 late here in the third set.
Yeah, and a couple lift calls there that honestly the officials haven't been, Minster hasn't set the cleanness tonight, and the officials have got on them for it. And that big lift call there earlier that kind of took some momentum away here, and now Minster's with their backs against the wall has to respond right here, right now.
Gabriel Stober serves it, and the overpass is put away by Emery Niddle.
Niddle now 2 kills on the night, none bigger than that one right there.
23-18. Parkway just 2 points away from traveling back on a happy bus to Rockford. He'll set Barhorse, and she hammers it through the blockers.
Beautiful shot down the line. Nice crisp hit there by Lily Barhorse. Only 4 kills for her tonight.
Brooklyn Osero in to serve and set as Megan Fortman in to play right side, along with Inskeep and Barhorst. Probably their best front line here. See if it can come through for Minster as Osero serve across. There's a free ball chance with more. There's a nice bump.
And just kind of a blind shot down the hole.
Instead of an easy bump, they've had several smart hits, and now match point for the Panthers. Emery Niddle, senior serve dug by Macy Pranger. Osterloh. Barhorse powers it through the blockers.
And now 5 kills for her on the night.
As they dodged the first set point, they got 4 more to get. This match point, to be more precise, 24-20. Barhorst in the middle. It's Johnson. Nice dig by Pranger. It hits the rafters. Barhorst from the back row. They'll set Johnson. Pranger. Overpass, saved by Barhorst, but not enough. Johnson with the final blow for the Panthers. They win their 18th straight set. They now go to 8-0 in the season, 2-0 in the MAC. Close match goes against the Wildcats 25-21, 26-24, and 25-21. Brandon and I will be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to Minster as the fans file out. They witnessed another good MAC volleyball match. Goes in favor of the Panthers. They win 25-21, 26-24, and 25-21. With our final numbers, Mr. Brandon Coverman.
Thanks, Dave. And, looking at the final numbers here, first for Parkway, 35 kills for the team, 11 aces as a team, and 2 blocks. Led in the kill column by Macy Johnson, who had 14, Gabrielle Stober with 12. Allison Hughes 3, Brittany Bruns 3, just to name some others. They had 3 aces from Emery Niddle, 3 aces from Macy Johnson, 2 from Gabrielle Stober, and a block apiece from Stober and Emery Temple. On the Minster side, they had 29 kills, kept up pretty good pace with the Panthers. I think a lot of lift calls affected them too in such a tight match. So they stayed pretty even with the Parkway in terms of kills. Only 4 aces, 3 of those coming from Elena Pranger. 5 blocks, or combined blocks total for Minster. They're led in the kill column by Megan Fortman with 7. There's 6 from Addie Inskeep and 5 for Kayla Lamb and Lily Barhorse to name some of the leaders here tonight. So a good matchup. Minster fought, just didn't catch some breaks, but there's two really good teams going at it in the second MAC game for both squads.
Parkway goes to 8-0 on the season. Have won 18 straight sets since their first match where they won 5. So they now go 2-0 in the MAC. Minster, a very tough 0-2 in their losses against Marion and Parkway. They now drop to 5-4. Another good match. We'll wrap it up with our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco Sports. We're going to go with senior hitter Meg Fortman.
Yeah, and I think with the 7 kills she had, she's just done a nice job, especially from that right front and swinging out there. And she's played really well. And this Minster team keeps improving, Dave. And you mentioned the MAC is heavy senior class, is very veteran heavy. And the Minster team just keeps improving day by day, game by game.
So congratulations to Megan Fortman, our player of the game. So once again, Parkway wins in 3 over Minster. For my partner, Brandon Coverman, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.